Commissioner of Mangalore District. Sir, you gave a very broad and a better perspective than what I thought of giving in my chief guest address. First of all, I congratulate SDM College for organizing not really an outdated but a very, very important subject rather. I'll tell you why. Growth brings in inequality. That is what Angus Deaton, the Nobel laureate in economics 2015, says in his book The Great Escape, which I read while coming in the flight. In the past 30 years, or rather 40 years, 500 million people globally came out of poverty. 500 million people globally came out of poverty, more so in India and China. But his argument is growth paradigm globally also brings in a lot of gaps between the haves and the have-nots. We are now today talking about the labor force, more so the unorganized workers, their protection and challenges. But I strongly agree with what the Deputy Commissioner opined when it came to the understanding of protection. There is no protection, only challenges are there. Then what is that we are talking about? Social protection, social security for the unorganized workers. In 2014, there was an international conference on social security to the unorganized workers, where I presented a paper and I brought out a framework, a very strong framework to the global researchers, where I told them we shouldn't be dividing the labor force. Labor force is a very strong word. What do you mean by force? It is like Air Force, Army. Labor force can't be just understood in terms of two categories. Organized labor, okay, whatever is the percentage, with full labor protection, collective bargaining processes, and the other 92% or 90% in the unorganized, where there is no protective labor legislation, no social security legislations, no reach, and only the challenges. I brought in another framework, being in the Department of Labor with a very strong academic perspective. When I go to the fields, when I go to the villages, and when I go to the rural areas, and when I see my own officers regulating labor legislations, I thought that there is another group of labor force whom neither the policy makers, neither the research group, nor the implementing agencies were able to reach and touch. They were, and I termed them as, unrecognized workers. There are several percentage of informality even in the organized sector. You accept it, madam? Isn't it? See? There are elements of informality even in the organized sector, leave alone unorganized sector. Maybe in my presentation later in the day, I have brought you 3 small videos which I myself shot it to show you where are these unrecognized workers working in this country, and as the Deputy Commissioner said, whether any labor legislations can penetrate into them and whether any type of basic minimum protection can be given to this workforce. I think that is what we should be study. I have read enough of literature produced by National Commission for Enterprises in Unorganized Sector, Arjun Sen Gupta's report, K.P. Kannan's report, Professor Ravi Srivastava's report, all the studies which has been done in organized and unorganized sector in this country, again is falling into a certain sort of outdated analysis. We are not able to reach, in quotes, the unrecognized workers whom I am going to define in the later part of my presentation. So can we concentrate on that? Can the policy framers be directed by the researchers who are sitting here today? The research outcomes are not reaching us. The research outputs, the empirical studies, the analysis that you do, how many policymakers do really understand that? And implementation strategies, implementation itself is a great fiasco. Though the Department of Labor is supposed to regulate, the Labor Department itself is regulated. So regulation is regulated. So in the organized sector, now what about the unorganized sector? Can we really regulate the unorganized workers, Social Security Act and all the schemes that we have designed therein? So these are the real challenges which the 2-day long workshop, I think there are many young scholars here, especially from the law background. I think one should really have a law background to understand these issues. It is not just the social scientists or the economists or the sociologists who should pursue this, because I come from a national law school and I know how legal entanglement and legal interpretation is so important to ensure whether the legislations that we have framed reaches the last person in the social justice supply chain reaches. So these are, I think, a framework which I would be giving you in my presentation would help you to understand not just dividing the labor force into two polar divisions, organized and unorganized. That framework will not really help me. Believe me, my own experience in the department for the past 18 years, I have pulled out so many labor force whom you really don't understand. I have seen 80 plus aged women working in an industrial factory. I have seen children below the age of 14 years working in many sugar and jaggery making factories. I'll show you the videos. I have seen several hundred millions of workers to whom there is no labor legislation which doesn't penetrate, no minimum social floor security being provided, though we have acts and legislations. So this is our duty now today, for the next 2 days, whether we could really deliberate and then pick up a solutions. The challenges are there. Can we identify not multiple challenges? At least let us choose on priority 2-3 challenges. The reachability, whether we can really enforce. So such 2-3 challenges we can pick up and then we can address them in its totality. There are policymakers. We have the department officers sitting here. Mangalore is known for its very strong trade unionism presence, especially in the unorganized sector. I know that several trade union leaders, even today, my colleague was telling me that there are a trade union sitting in before the deputy commissioner's office, and you have to go and solve those issues. And I really thank the deputy commissioner for having made his presence here to understand the intricacies of the issues of the unorganized sector workers. So I feel happy that the district administration is with the Labor Department in understanding the issues put forth by the trade unionism. He has very vehemently said about how sometimes trade unionism also loses track. Yes, keeping it apart, the Labor Department should really gear itself. They have to support the district administration, because ultimately it ends up in law and order problem. So law and order problem should be curtailed. And I know that the department officers in the Mangalore division are doing their job very well in better coordination with the deputy commissioner. So with these address, I just close my talk. So I reserve the rest of my talk in the technical sessions. Thank you very much, and I congratulate once again SDM College for